So how should we hold all that kind of, you being the tech amateur, the lover? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, even with that hideous strength, I mean, that's a phrase from a poem that is about the Tower of Babel. And one of the things about the Tower of Babel is that they were on the surface in Babel, they were doing image bearer activities. They were, in order to accomplish building the tower that they wanted, which was going to reach up into the heavens and make a name for themselves. This was going to protect them from any potential worldwide flood that would come again. So they were going to outsmart nature or outsmart God. They were going to show that they were better than, again, it doesn't say they were trying to be like God, but ultimately making a name for themselves. That's what was happening. So, but in order to accomplish that sort of project, they obviously had to be talking with each other, communicating, making plans. Like that's very taking dominion kind of work. And they had to be doing that together. And that's the communication part. So they were in relationship. It was a group project, not even just one individual who was trying to pull it off. But they were doing those very distinct image bearing things, taking responsibility, doing it in relationship. They were doing that without respect to God. And that strength then was ugly, hideous, and actually destroyed them because they used what God had given them for themselves, and again, without reference to God. And that seems to me to be still applicable to then any kind of project that people are building with any kind of tools. They can totally be, I think that a lot of the large language models, the algorithms that have figured out how to do things a lot faster, that can accomplish what we tell them to do, and faster than we can. That could be the nature of that work is awesome. The motivation for that work and what you want from that work, which I guess would be tied to the motivation, that makes all the difference. That's making all the difference as to whether then it's a hideous strength or a glorious strength. And we definitely have, from what I can tell, most of the CEOs of those major AI kind of companies. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? The big three currently, well, I guess four maybe would be, Google and OpenAI and Anthropic. And I think we could probably say XAI, so Grok. I mean, those are at least the four biggest ones that I am familiar with and
Yeah,
see people
maybe
talking about.
Meta. To what
Yeah.
extent
Okay.
Meta's trying to do something.
Yeah, sure. So, I
Apple,
mean,
I don't know, but yeah.
yeah, well, Apple Intelligence is just way
Right,
late.
right, right.
And I mean, seems like their story is coming out late on a variety of technologies, but actually doing it well. So I'm not mad at them that they haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, would I want to use Apple's if they finally got their stuff out? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, none of those companies have a good track record of like doing it in Jesus' name.
Right.
They seem to be motivated not just by money, but by some kind of power and control.
Right.
So that part could be dangerous for
Right.
sure.